Good afternoon to one and all present here. On behalf of Pune Vidyarthi Girls College of Engineering and Sri Krishna Dhamankar Institute of Management, I, Shraddha Banne, SIH SPOC, would like to welcome to our honorable speaker, Dr. Vijay Mane sir, respected principal, Dr. Manoj Bhalerao sir, and also departmental all SIH coordinators and my dear students. I'm highly honored and feel privileged to have been given the opportunity to address everyone on this very special session. The motto of our session is to encourage and guide for success path of Smart India Hackathon to students. As our eminent speaker, Dr. Vijay Mane sir has mentored so many teams and achieved success for them. So I'm not taking too much time as I know you all are waiting to hear our honorable speaker's valuable words and ideas. So I hand over to our student Mehul Pardeshi to say few words about Dr. Vijay Mane sir. Thank you. Mehul.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you all today in today's session on the success path for Smart India Hackathon. We are honored to have with us a remarkable individual whose contributions to education and innovation has inspired countless students to dream bigger and achieve more. Allow me to introduce our esteemed guest, Dr. Vijay Mane sir. Dr. Mane sir has been a cornerstone of VIT Pune for over 2 decades and currently serves as the Dean of Analytics and Technical Activity Coordinator. With a distinguished academic journey from Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli, and a PhD from Savitribai Phule Pune University, he has continuously championed innovation, student engagement, and academic excellence. Dr. Mane's contributions extend far beyond his titles. He oversees more than 40 student clubs at VIT, fostering an environment where young minds are empowered to lead and innovate. As the single point of contact for the Smart India Hackathon and numerous prestigious hackathons, his guidance has led VIT teams to achieve outstanding success. And listen this, in 2023 alone, 10 VIT teams emerged victorious at the SH, setting a new record for the institute. Under Dr. Mane's mentorship, over 250 VIT teams have won national and international hackathons. His commitment to providing world-class platforms and expert guidance is unparalleled, and he is deeply admired for his efforts to unlock the potential within each student. With 24 years of teaching experience and 17 patents under his belt, Dr. Mane's research spans biomedical engineering, computer networking, and IoT. He has published over 60 research papers and continues to mentor PhD scholars. His unwavering passion for education, innovation, has earned him 6 VIT Shri Awards for the best teacher, and his belief in nurturing curiosity and lifelong learning is the cornerstone of his success as an educator. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Vijay Mane sir. Over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Mule, for a very nice introduction. I was also come to know that these are so many achievements of mine. Thank you for a very nice introduction. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Shall I start staring?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Is it visible to you all?
Yes, sir, visible.
Yes, sir.
But I think yes. मनोज सर हे पूर्ण दिसतंय का त्याच्यावरती ती विंडो दिसते छोटी एक जस्ट कन्फर्म कराल का
फुल दिसतंय सर, फुल स्क्रीन दिसते, नो इश्यू.
ओके नाही म्हणजे ते एक शेजारी ती याची विंडो आहे ती दिसत नाही ना मीटिंगची
आता माझ्याकडे स्क्रीनवर दिसतंय का पूर्ण? एक मिनिट. दिसतंय पूर्ण स्क्रीन दिसते सर. मीटिंग तुमचा व्हिडिओ आणि हे स्क्रीन दिसते पूर्ण.
चालेल चालेल ठीक आहे. I take this opportunity to thank you very much, Manoj sir, Dr. Manoj Bhalerao sir, Principal, Pune Vidyarthi Girls College of Engineering, and Sri Krishna Dhamankar Institute of Management. I also take this privilege to thank you, Dr. Rasane sir, IQC coordinator, Professor Chodia sir, who is continuously in connection with me for arranging this session, head of AIDS, and SH coordinator, Professor Mane. So today I will be guiding you on not only on this Smart India Hackathon, but overall, what is the importance of technical competitions and hackathons throughout your journey of 4 years in engineering. So let's begin with this. I'll first give some introduction related to what is competition, why it is important, then hackathons, and then we will have a detailed, we can say, explanation on Smart India Hackathon, how to prepare for that. And at the end, we will have several questions and answers. I will try to clear all your doubts. Yeah, let's move with the I hope all of you are from engineering background, or can say you are looking for a job. You want to get into the professional world after your 4 years in engineering. So one must know that when you are entering into the professional world, then the world is very different. There you have to play many roles simultaneously, depending on the role of the job. You have to, I just listed here some of that. You have to present the ideas, you have to present what you want to do, you have to exchange the ideas, you have to do, or you have to play a proper team player in the team. You have to manage the emotional quotient of other team members or your company. You have to evaluate the solution situation. You have to take quick decisions. You may be in a research field, you may be in sales field, you have to write a proper blogs, you have to carry out the survey to come with some conclusion, you have to do several case studies, you have to think critically, is it? You have to innovate as an industry person, you have to design product, not necessarily it is a mechanical electronic product, is it? So it may be a software product, you have to design that. And you have to work on very complex situations, because in the professional world, there are so many situations you have to handle. So all these skills you need to acquire. All these skills you need to acquire during these 4 years of your engineering. So currently, what we can say, the degrees are becoming obsolete. So degrees means there is a very little value that you have a degree. Degree must be there, but only degree having a proper degree or a BTech or B degree is not sufficient today in today's world, because you are going to seek for a job, is it? So now today in the today's world, the jobs are very demanding. So you have to take the benefit from the education institute. This is an appeal to Bhalero sir also. So we are the education service providers, you can say, and as a student, you are taking these services. So what you should do is it as a student, as an educators, the learning should be beyond time and space. So what do you mean by learning beyond time and space is means by what you are going to learn today. It should be applicable henceforth. So you are learning, say, for example, at my UG, I learned photon, but that photon is not in use at all now. But you have to learn something which is going to be applicable in future in sport. So it is not related to only the techniques, tools, or the subjects or the courses, is it? So I'm going to tell you that what you have to learn that will be applicable for henceforth. It will be applicable in any time. And what do you mean by learning beyond space? So learning beyond space means what? You are learning, you may be now an electronic engineering student, you may be a computer engineering student. You will find that once you go into the professional world, so all these skills that I have mentioned now, these skills are requiring not only the subject experts, but other experts also, is it? And also space means what? You may be currently working in, say, electronic industry. You may need to switch to some hardware, some software industry. So space means not related to a particular a domain, not related to a particular company, not related to a particular job. So you may tomorrow you may be going for say IT company. Maybe after 5 years you are going to switch your company to some say government jobs. You may be going for civil services, defense services. So the skills that you need to acquire today, these skills should be applicable in all these spaces. So I hope you understood space means here I want to space means not only in a particular domain, not only in a particular sector. So what you are going to learn, what you are going to acquire the skills, it should be applicable beyond the time and the space. Is it? So for that, what is one of the important requirement is in continuous engagement. So as an educator, as an principal of the institute, we can decide the methodologies to engage the students continuously. And as a student, you have to take or you have to decide how you can continuously engage yourself in such a way that you will learn all these skills, is it? That will used for your beyond the time and space, is it? So currently the education is based on knowledge, skills, and values. Currently, all the institutes, all the engineering institutes are having all these, you can say verticals, but you need to identify these verticals. All these verticals are there, but you need to capture that verticals, not only knowledge, not only skills, but all these three are very important. Okay. Most of the colleges and most of the students are just going behind the knowledge. I'll tell you what do you mean by knowledge, skills, and values. But every institute has their own setup, has their own ecosystem to give you the education based on knowledge, skills, and values. Okay, so what do you mean by knowledge? Knowledge you are going to acquire based on the subjects that you have in your 4-year curriculum. You are going to study the subjects, courses. Curriculum of the institute is revised after every, you can say, frequently based on the requirement of the industry. As you know, today's world, it is an IT world, so most of the subjects are IT enabled. So whatever subjects, course that are required to get you the knowledge in the emerging technologies, in the IT enabled courses, it is already there. That you are going to learn by default because you have taken admission into the institute. Institute is providing you all these subjects and courses, means you are learning, you are gaining the knowledge. Is it? But what is important is the skill. So you have to obtain the skill. Ecosystem is there. What your institute or almost all institutes are providing this ecosystem for the skills. So it may be through technical skills or it may be through the social skills. Is it? So what technical skills you require? And these skills are not directly going to teach you through any particular subject. I will let you know how these skills you can acquire. So the technical skills that you have to acquire are complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, project management, judgment, quick decision making. Is it? Learning abilities to learn new techniques, tools. You have to improve your communication. It is not only a oral communication, but you should also good in your group discussion. You should also good in presentation. Is it? You have to learn how to prepare a good presentation, good PPT, right? You should know how to write a paper. There is a different set of skills required for writing a technical, you can say papers or simply called as a thing. Is it? Knowledge creation. Knowledge creation is nothing but you have to you can say write to research papers. You have to present patents, file patents, uh, publish the patents. Is it? Copyrights, all these are knowledge creation. So why knowledge creation means what? You have created something and it is available to all. So you are going to create a knowledge to others. And that is through the paper publication, patents, and copyrights. Is it? So cognitive flexibility, you should acquire all these technical skills, right? So apart from these technical skills, you need to acquire these social skills also. So these social skills are not directly going to embed into you through only knowledge, through only technical skills. but ecosystem is there. Every institute has this ecosystem. You have to find this ecosystem and get this social skills. What are the social skills you need to acquire? You have to have empathy. You have to be a very good team player. You have to work in teamwork. You have to manage your own emotional intelligence, also others' intelligence. Is it? A proper collaborations needs to be there. So learning, getting the knowledge is an individual, but to learn that, share with others, innovate with others, because you are having the projects, the project groups are there, is it? And all these projects groups are working in a group that is a member of 3 to 4. Like for SH also, you have to have a compulsory 6 members in your group. You have to have one female member. So that what they are looking into the collaborations, how you collaborate in a team, is it? So that is also important. So that skill you must have. A situational leadership. So what do you mean by situational leadership? So at a particular situation, you may not be excellent to do that, but for the same team, there may be another situation where you have to take a lead. So not necessarily always the team leader is leading all the team, entire team, is it? That is a situational leadership, is it? So for example, for presentation, only one student is very good. So there is a situation where you have to pitch your idea, say for example, in just 2 minutes. We call that as a power jury round. So there it is not necessary that you should know all the technicals and details, everything. You should be very good in pitching your idea. You should be very good in communication. You should be very good in convincing. So that is a situation, and you can own that situation, is it? You have to manage your own stress. If it is very good if you manage the other stress also, but at least you should manage your own stress. That is called as stress management, time management, health management, service orientation, and very important, you have to create your own character, your attitude. So all these skills that I have just listed, technical skills, social skills, and all over this is very important is your character. So what decides your character is your how you have embedded these morals, ethics, and values inside you. Is it? So this empathy is very important today's days because that leads to you have your own life and you can have your work-life balance. Is it? Because ultimately you have your life, personal life and work that you have to adjust. Is it? So just a last point of this, just I'm giving you overview of what exactly needs to. So like we say in a food, in a taste, there are 6 tastes, is it? Sugar is there, salt is there. Like that, in a life, there are 6 facets. If you are able to organize all these 6 facets in a proper way, you will live your work-life balance very well. So you have to give your time, not only time, everything to all these facets of the life. That is, you have your personal life, your family life, you are entering into professional, you should be involved in some cultural activities, some social activities, and all in all, you should be something aware about spirituality. I'm not talking on this much more, but try to maintain, try to, you can say, uh, balance all these things, 6 facets of your life. Is it? So as what I want to just say to you that you are here in college in the Nashik, say for example, not just for learning the for the marks, is it? Because everyone is just behind the marks. I should have 98 percentile, 8.5 and CGPA and above. But believe me, at one point, there will be a situation where all students will be appearing for a particular company. They have, everyone will be having very good marks. Everyone will be having good CGPA. But what distinguishing you with others is what skills you have. Is it? So that skills is going to help you to get better job. That is going to help you to ready for your next career as a professional life. So my humble request is that you just don't learn for the marks, learn for the skills. What are the three skills that I mentioned? Knowledge, skills, and values. You have to get the knowledge. You have to study your subjects, courses, labs, practicals, projects, everything. But apart from that, you have to gain the skills. And these skills are nothing but technical skills, is it social skills, moral values, and ethics. So keeping into these minds as in skills, how this college is going to provide the skills. What I said, ecosystem. So every college has an ecosystem. We call that as a learning beyond curriculum. In the curriculum, you are going to learn everything related to knowledge. But beyond curriculum, what we have, your college also has these technical activities, technical clubs. You have social activities, social clubs, is it? NCC, NSS, bread camps, and all these things. You have culture activities, is it? Social gatherings, different clubs, participation in Pushottam conduct, all that like that. And sports, ultimately the sport. Believe me, if you just look into all these activities, you will find that these activities are going to help you to gain almost all these skills that I mentioned. Technical skills, social skills, moral and ethics and values. Sport is a very good example, is it? A sport person has a sporty nature. He knows that today I own this particular event. Say, for example, a running competition, but he is also ready for next competition. He never, you can say, overconfidence. He never has the overconfidence that I won this last competition, I will also won the next competition. He, if he fails into the same competition, he again prepares for the next competition. There is a sportiness in a group. He helps to his other competitors as well, is it? So all these are going to develop your skills. So if you want to acquire these skills, participate, be a part of any one of these. If all, that is excellent. Is it? So today I will be speaking on these technical activities. So why and how these technical activities are important as an engineering student. Just to confirm, am I audible to you all? Is there any issue? I'm going good.
No issue, sir. No issue, sir.
Good. Thank you, sir. So though, as I mentioned, there are many such activities. So specifically today we'll see, I can speak on all these things, but due to you all are now in a mindset of a Smart India Hackathon, that is a technical activity basically, is it? So why these technical competitions are very important as an engineering student, as an undergraduate student, not only engineering, but undergraduate student, is it? So quickly just points. So it is the only way that is going to enhance your learning. You in a class, you learn what teacher says, what teacher teaches you, learn, you give the exam, is it? You forget that. But through this competition, whatever the tools, techniques that you are learning, that is beyond the classroom, and that will be always with you in future as well, is it? This is an excellent way to showcase your skills and talent. Sometimes you may be also experience that there may be a Viva, say for example, examiner comes for your Viva, and maybe your bad luck that on that day you may not able to give some answers, or you may be in the final year student, or a mini project is there, right? So that mini project doesn't work on exactly on the same day of the examination. So you get nervous, is it? But the project is what? The project is given by the institute. The project is what it is done in the group. But now here in the competitions, there is no limitation. You can have your own idea. You can have your own project. And I may be good in web development, but my project is in some other domain. So go for some competition where you can give, where you can design such webs, where you can showcase your skill and talent. And that will be to others, not only for the marks. Is it? So it is an substantial, you are getting this experience, not only in the technical domain, in all the skills also. Is it? This is a very excellent way to networking with like-minded peoples. So going to competitions, not only Smart, I'm not talking only on hackathons, but an overall competitions. Try to go for competitions to other colleges which are physical. You will find that there are so many students from other institutes. Almost all hackathons, all competitions, they are inviting the juries from industries. And industry people always listens what you want to say. They never stop you. They are very good people. And always they will give you a very good suggestions. So there may be a chance that you may not win these competitions and hackathon, maybe first few, 3, 4, 5 times. But if you're taking the same problems, same idea many times, you will get many times different inputs. You are going to evolve that idea, evolve that project. And one day you will find that you have come with a very good idea, very good project, very good uh, prototype, is it? And what do you mean by network means that the jury also come to know that you have something special in view. You can connect with that jury, you can connect with other students, is it? You can connect with other faculty, you can connect with other colleges, you can grow your LinkedIn profile, is it? So why this technical competition is important? Because it improves your teamwork and collaboration skill, which is very important because most of the companies, as you know, if you are going into, let me just complete this. So it enhances your social and emotional learning, right? It connects with top employees. It helps you to get the internship and placement. Okay, let me just elaborate this. So what I said here is it improves the teamwork and collaboration. And why this internship and placement people like the industry, they are looking the candidate through competitions. Believe me, in next couple of years, the placement will be solely done through these competitions and hackathons because they know that now currently what is the situation whenever a company comes for an placement, maybe for internship through your TPO. So they have generally some one online test, maybe your English, logical reasoning, and aptitude is checked. Then they have one more technical test, and then in say interview. Okay, but now they also know that there are many students that they are, you can say they don't have this proctoring system. They know the students are going to fool the industry people by copying, by getting the answers, and they can clear this test. Is it? Students are very smart during interviews, but actually they may not know the exact technicalities, is it? So it is very difficult for the industry people just to judge a student for the placement just through the interviews. Because at a particular time, the question asked to a particular system, to a particular student, at that time, the student is ready to answer. But he may not be able to answer that, maybe certain conditions. So what companies are doing now, they are going to host the competitions and hackathons and they are looking into individual, how a player individual is going to involve into that particular group, because ultimately a company when selects you, you will be a member of a team. Is it? A project is given to a team and how you work as a team member. All the necessarily, we can say necessary qualities that company want to look into a student that they want to hire, they can look, they can, this is a platform wherein competitions and placements, through that they are going to hire the students, is it? So in our college in VIT, in last year, there are 20 plus bigger companies connected to me, to our TPO, and they hosted this hackathon in the institute. Their company people come here an entire day, evaluated the ideas, evaluated all the students, and then directly provided them placement opportunities. So like this, now all the companies are going to do in future. So you must know that there are many industries also. Adobe is there, TE Connectivity is there, TCS, Infosys, Cognizant. See, they have their own competitions and hackathons. If you participate into that, they and if you won or if you show some good qualities in you, they directly call you for the internship or placement. So this is why, as an engineer, this is very important for you to take participation in the competition. Ultimately, it is going to, they are going to give you the participation certificates that will help you to collect the certificates. And almost all these competitions have some good prize monies, is it? So this is a very least you can say uh, reason why to participate, financial benefits, is it? But very, very important is that you get the fame. You can post your post on the LinkedIn's that you are in this particular domain, you have this knowledge, these tools, these skills, and you are winning so many such competitions and hackathons, is it? And definitely it is going to brighten up your resume. Is it? So if you just see the resume of different institutes, I can share with you the resume of our student, that our students has the resume considering the project. So as a student, say you as a project, what you are going to write in the resume? Just a project? Is it? No. What you have to learn, what you have to acquire more, that you have participated so many hackathons, so you have presented so many papers, so many patents you have filed, you have won these so many competitions. These are the problem statements in the competition that I have won. Is it? So that will make a full resume with so many technical abilities in your resume. So instead of simply writing that I have completed my UG from this college and this much CGPA or percentile, this is my one project. Just half page your resume will be finished. Industry is not interested in which language you know C or C++, is it? Every student knows C and C++. But what is the outcome of that C and C++? Have you have any portfolio? Have you used that C and C++ in any competition? Have you developed any prototype? So this is the way where you can brighten up your resume. So believe me, getting this resume very brighten up is only way to present the paper in a conference, in a journal, publication of the patents, and taking the participation in such competitions and hackathon. Is it? So try to use this skills. Now coming to a very particular narrow section, that is an hackathon, is it? So what do you mean by hackathon? So hackathon is basically what? Hack and thon. There are the two words and combined is, marathon, is it? So hack means what? Solving challenges in a unique and novel way. So there is a difference between hackathon and project competition. So project competition is what? One problem statement is given. You can use already some, you can say block diagram is there, already some circuit is there. You can implement as it is. So have you implemented that? For that project exam is there, project competition is there. But what is hackathon means? It is an unique and novel way it should be there. Something new, something unique. It should be there. That is an hack. And thon means marathon means it is over a long duration. Is it? So generally your exam is conducted just for a half an hour. But here the hackathons are up for 24 hours, 36 hours, 46 hours, 48 hours, 4 days, 5 days like that. That is a long duration. Is it? So it is an event set up by a company or an organization that wants to get a high quality solution through collaboration between experts. If you just read this carefully, you will understand that this is the only way to connect to the students to get a high quality solution through collaboration between the company and between the institute and between the student like you. This is a very, you can say, emerging area of the competition. Recently, it has come up with that in hackathon than the competitions. Is it? So what your company is expecting from you, rapid development of a solution into a prototype and a product. So they have some problem statement. You have to come with a solution along with a sort of prototype, not exactly the product. So that is called as a hackathon. Right. So why it is so popular? Because it is an creative freedom. There is no restriction that you should use this platform, you should use that framework. There is no such restriction. There is no time limit. You have to work entirely day, night, just you have to finish in a 3 days or 5 days, whatever is that, is it? So why it is so popular? Because it is an opportunity to learn, share ideas, do effective networking, and enjoy this hackathon. So why I mention here enjoy? So always participate in a competition, not just for the winning that, but just to learn, networking, and enjoy the hackathon, enjoy the environment, is it? So this is the one of the way that organizers gain access to the top talent like you people to find out an innovative solution for their problem statement, is it? So how this hackathon works? What is the common hackathon structure? Okay. So why I'm saying is that at the last, I would like to request that don't just stick to Smart India Hackathon. Smart India Hackathon is one of the hackathon, but there are so many such hackathons. Smart India Hackathon is giving you the price of 1 lakh per problem statement, but there are other government hackathons who has a very good more than 5 lakhs, 10 lakh rupees price. So that may not be known to you, but believe me, after this, you will find so many such hackathons, and almost every hackathon doesn't have any entry fee, but they will give you a very good rewards, not in the form of prizes, but maybe in the form of different opportunities. There are so many hackathons are giving you the opportunity to start your own startup. They incubate your idea. They will provide you the funding. They will provide you the internship, placement, mentoring. So many such advantages are there to participate in hackathon. Believe me, just not only in Smart India Hackathon, there are so many. No doubt today we will speak about Smart India Hackathon, solve your doubts. But what I want to say is Smart India Hackathon is just the start of your journey of the hackathon. Now you have identified the problem statement, you know the problem statement, you must have come up with some idea. So don't just stop submitting this idea into SIH. Go for such similar hackathons. And all hackathons have similar sort of structure. All hackathons have similar sort of domains, problem statements. The same idea you can take to other hackathons as well. How all this hackathon works? So this is a common structure. So typically the hackathon is organized by industry, by organization, by institute, by government agencies, by government, we can say institutes. Is it like this? SH is now organized by different government ministries and AICT, right? So they first pose, or you can say announce their problem statements or domains. So there are difference between problem statement and domain. Problem statement means they have a specific problem statement. You have to come with solution. And domain means what? They will just tell you that, say, for example, a Ministry of Education announces this hackathon. So they just announce the domain that in the education domain, we are having an hackathon. As a participant, you have to know what is education domain, what are the current scenarios, current, you can say, implementations, current problems in the education domain, is it? And you have to come up with that problem. You have to come with that solution, innovative solution. So with that solution, the existing problem is going to solve. Right. So here only domain is known. So you have to find out, is it? So agriculture is a domain. So you know agriculture is a very big domain. Find out some situation where some problem is there. Rural development is there. So these are the domains. So you have to think wisely, find out the problem statement, and then come with a solution. Right. So then you have to generate your idea, and almost all the hackathons are in. You have to participate in a team as a team. So you have to register for the team. And once you say go for some hackathon, maybe say this is like a physical hackathon. So there will be an inauguration of the hackathon. They will announce you the rules and regulations, and the hackathon gets starts. So when the hackathon starts, very first, you have to pitch your idea. We call that as an idea pitching round. Present your idea in front of the juries. So juries will listen your idea. They will give some feedback to you. that improve something like this or do that. If you're now done this, show me like that. So that for that they are given you certain time, maybe a 24 hours. So during that 24 hours, you have to hack, you have to work, you have to come with something implementation based on the feedback jury. That is called as an hackathon. And again, after a certain time, the juries will come to see what and how you have thought on the feedback that they are given in the earlier round. That is the second round or jury round. Mostly you have to present what you have developed. After that, the end you can say round where you have to show a final demo. It may be a prototype, it may be a product or a part of prototype. Not necessarily the entire prototype is developed, and everything is typically an idea based. Is it? So then, based on that, they declare the results. So typically, this is a structure of almost all the hackathons, not only Smart India Hackathon, but all hackathons. Is it? So you all can participate in almost all hackathons because you are a competitor person and you are having that ability that you can think quickly. So if you are a competitor person, a student, and if you can think quickly, so as an engineer means you are going to think quickly, you are taking the decisions, you know the tools and techniques, you know the technology, definitely you should take participate in such competitions and hackathons. Is it? So this is all related to why this hackathon and what is this hackathon. I hope you understood that not only Smart India Hackathon is the only hackathon. There are so many hackathons. So during my introduction, Mehul mentioned that in our college, I mentored. Mentored in the sense I am a single point of contact for all type of competitions and hackathons for my student as well as for all other industries, government organizations, and for SH also. So I request all the industries to other government organizations that please organize or please let me know the information if you are going to organize that hackathon. I share that with the student. I inspire the student, take the participation into that such hackathons, not only in SIs, but other hackathons also. And I provide them whatever help required to them to take the participation. And the result of that in last just two years, more than 250 teams have won this national and international level hackathons. Believe me, this is not, no, I'm not telling you just the rough numbers, but these are the exact numbers. You can see VIT College LinkedIn page. You can see my web page also, my LinkedIn page. Is it? So my appeal to you all is that just don't stick to this Smart India Hackathon. Now take this Smart India Hackathon as your journey towards the hackathons. Is it? So what I can say, Manu sir, that there are different type of years. Is it? So we have academic year starts from June, July. We have financial year starts from April. We have calendar year starts from January.
Sir, your mic is mute.
So since when it is muted, sir?
A few seconds back, sir.
Okay, okay. I think someone has muted. Fine. Is it visible? Please check full screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
You are at the academic year only.
Yeah, yeah. So what I was telling that just to you also, Manu sir, that
Yeah, right.
we
right,
have
right,
different type of years. Is it financial year, academic year, calendar year? So like that, we started in our institute and hackathon year. So our hackathon year starts when once the SIH announces their problem statement. So this is a very good platform where you can get readily problem statements. Ready-made problem statements are there. Ready-made description of the problem statement is there. What is expected to do in that problem statement? What is the expected solution in that problem statement is ready over there. And almost all hackathons have similar kind of domains, similar kind of problem statements. So now you choose the problem statements, prepare yourself, definitely take the participation to Smart India Hackathon, but using that idea, also go with other hackathons. So your journey starts, your year starts from this Smart India Hackathon. So entirely use these problem statements. Maybe next year, again, August, July, they will announce new problem statements. Again, go with new problem statements. So that is how we can say it is a hackathon year, right? So coming to the Smart India Hackathon 2024, I would like to give some few guidelines on how to prepare for this so that you can own this achievement in this hackathon. So as you know that this is organized by Ministry of Education and Innovation Cell in collaboration with AICT, and official brand partner is Godrej. I hope everyone is knowing that what is SH. It is a national-wide wide initiative for engaging the minds, innovative minds, is it? Now they have these problem statements are there, and there is an cash prize of 1 lakh rupees for every problem statement, right? So these problem statements are already there. You can visit this Smart India Hackathon website. You will find that there are total two categories are there, is it? Hardware category and software category. More than 250 problem statements are already there. You have to choose the problem statement. You have to choose the domain. You have to come with an idea. So here you have to choose the domain and the problem statement. So they have the different themes. Based on your interest, you can choose a theme like robotics or drone, smart vehicles like that. Choose this domain as per your interest. And these domains and the problem statements are you can say, issued by different organizations like AICT, Autodesk, is it? Ministry of Ayush, government, different government organizations, government of Gujarat like this. So choose this wisely. Your college has also registered for SPOC. That is, the SPOC registration is also done. I hope Professor Bunny is there, who is going to be a SPOC for you. A SPOC's responsibility is an you can say interface between you and the Smart India Hackathon organizers. Please note that your team registration is to be done only by SPOC. That is a team nomination from your institute. This is an overall overflow of the Smart India Hackathon. Problem statements has been launched. Registration of the SPOC has been done by your institute. Now you are going to have conduct this internal hackathon. So there is a mandatory requirement for every institute who are taking participation in Smart India Hackathon to conduct this internal hackathon. Internal hackathon conduction is required to nominate top 50 teams. So if your institute has more than 50 teams who want to take participation in this hackathon, Smart India Hackathon, then you have to conduct internal hackathon, very same as in Smart India Hackathon. And from that, you have to select the top 50. Is it? So this nomination of top 50, earlier it was 30, now it is 50. That needs to be submitted on the SH portal by your SPOC. And please note that these 50 teams are going to submit their ideas. Again, there will be one mic may be there on. Could you please mute? So please note that if you are going to register your idea or you are selected in top 30, it doesn't mean that you are into the grand finale. There is one more round of shortlisting by the SIH. That I will just let you know after this slide. So they will shortlist and present the results. They will call the shortlist teams for the grand finale. And mostly the grand finale is in the month of November or early December, and results will be announced. Okay, so the same process is there. Problem statements are there, SPOC registration there, and you are going to have this internal hackathon now, where SPOC needs to, or the institute needs to conduct this hackathon and select the top 50 teams. If there are the registration entries less than top 50, then not necessary to actually conduct the hackathon, but you can have such sessions where see the problem statements and guide them. Is it? So during the internal hackathon, what you have to do is you have to choose a problem statement from SH website only. You have to form a team of 6 members with one leader, team leader, and one female student. compulsorily. You have to have your unique team name, is it? So there is no restriction on the members of the team that they are from the same department or the same year. Only restriction is that the team members should be from the same college only, same institute. Inter-institutional team members are not allowed. So your madam is going to, maybe sir is going to organize this hackathon, then you have to take participation into internal hackathon, prepare this for internal hackathon, present your idea and try to become in top 50. This will be registered to the SH portal. Is it? So as I said, all members should be from the same college, no inter-college teams. 6 members should be there and at least 1 female member should be there. So while selecting the team, you have to be wise that whatever tools and techniques required, that should be known to at least 1 or 2 members. So not all required that all participants should be from the same domain. So if you have chosen, say, software, or your idea belongs to some app development, then you should have a team member which works in front end, back end, user experience, is it? Which is, one is very good in presentation, one is just good in coordinating everything like that. So because of that, they are given 6 as a number. It has a thought process behind this why 6, is it? So sufficient amount of team members are there. We can take 1 member simply to organize everything, right? So you are going for some another college. A 6th member is just to organize everything, to give water, to give food and everything. That is also okay. You can decide, is it? So mostly the internal hackathon. So say for the, may I know, Valero, so when is your internal hackathon or you have conducted this?
We are conducting on 10th, sir.
10th. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
it's already planned. We are having more than 60 teams.
Then great. You have to organize this internal hackathon.
Yeah.
And if you're not considered, then please try to consider these points for evaluation during internal hackathon. Very important is that the juries should find out whether you understood the problem statement, right? SIH has given the problem. Yes, yeah. Okay, no problem, sir. The SIH has given the problem statement, but the teams, you have identified the problem statement, but you should also understand what is that problem statement is. Problem statement is there, but what is behind the problem statement? Why this problem statement, and what exactly the problem statement requires the solution. So this thoroughly understanding of each of the team is very important. Once you know the problem statement, then you can come up with an innovative solution. So how your solution is innovative, that is one of the criteria for evaluation. And you should know a high level solution diagram. So high level solution diagram and implementation, please note that what is the difference. As this is an internal hackathon, there is not a requirement or there is no compulsion that you should have a prototype ready. You should have an working model ready. That is not required. But you should know an end-to-end diagram. We call that as information flow, process flow. Is it block diagram or signal flow? You can say that is called as a high level solution diagram. In each of these, you can say component, what tools, what techniques, which language, which tool, which protocol you are using, that should be known to you. So once you know that, only remaining is implementation. The internal hackathon implementation is not that much having that much weightage. Actually, the implementation is at the time of Smart India Hackathon or at the actual hackathon. But here you should have a innovative solution. The solution must not be the same as it is there. Please note that. So that is called as a project. This is not a project. This is an innovative solution. You should come with some innovative solution. Is it? And for that, to implement that innovative solution, how you are going to do this theoretically, a flow diagram or simply a block diagram or a flow chart, it should be ready with you and in detail in each of that block of the flow chart, block of that block diagram, what and how you are going to implement. That should be also known to you. Most important in almost all problem statement is an user interface or user experience is very important. So I hope you all know what is user interface and user experience interface. Say, for example, there is a problem statement and you are providing a solution for farmers, right? And you're going to develop an application or app, mobile app for the farmers. So you should consider, you should have in your own mind that the application is going to be used by the farmer. So that application, that user interface or that front end should not be so complex. It should be very simple. Is it? So you must be knowing now that Google Meet is there. It is so simple, not necessary because it is used by a very, you can say, primary teacher also, because they have developed that user interface in such a way that it is very simple. So like that, you are going to have that user experience, user interface for the farmers. So that also you need to think of that. Is it? So this is one of the very important factor, because there are many problem statements they are asking for applications, website. There it is very important, right? And how you present your idea, how you give the demos, that is very important, and how you give the answer to the question. So these are some of the important points you should know as a student. You should prepare for this. As an organizers, they should also consider these as a point for evaluation, right? So please note that you directly cannot register your team for the Smart India Hackathon. It should be through PolySpock only, right? So I can say this is the process, that is after your team gets selected in top 50. That is top 50 needs to be shortlisted. 45 will be shortlisted and 5 are waitlist teams. So idea submission process, I hope we will see this afterwards. Maybe those who are selected in top 50. But I would like to give an emphasis on that. Now you have chosen one problem statement, right? Some problem statements say 1643. So for 1643, there are 500 teams going to be register their ideas. And out of that 500 teams, only 4 or 5 teams will be called for grand finale. It's very difficult. And that selection of 4 to 5 teams is just based on the PPT that you have submitted to the SIH. Because of this, it is quite difficult that many of the teams may not be selected. So what I was telling you, just don't stop here, just submitting the ideas. Use the same idea, go for other hackathons, right? This is excellent hackathon, no doubt. But the chances you can see here, for one problem statement, 500 teams. Out of 500 teams, only 5 teams will be selected. What is the percentage, and that you can think. So here you have to decide wisely which problem to choose. If you have chosen a very simple problem statement, then definitely there will be so many teams submitting the ideas to that problem statement. If you have chosen a problem statement very wisely, which is quite difficult, but you should also know the tools and techniques. You should also have the time into that particular domain, the not time, but the expertise in that domain. Is it? So this is why I'm saying that just don't stick to SIH. There are so many hackathons as well. And the grand finale is mostly in the second, third week of November. Is it? When you are in top 10, then your idea will be submitted to SIH. SIH is going to have one more round of evaluation for the elimination from 500 teams to select top 4 to 5 teams, and they are based on simply your novelty of idea, complexity of the solution, clarity, details of the solution, feasibility, practicability, sustainability, scale of impact. I will explain this in next slide. Is it? So mentors during the intern hackathon are not compulsory. But for the actual Smart India Hackathon, there is an option given to you. You can choose the 2 mentors. Mentors can be from your own institute or they can be from industry also. But this is not compulsory. But I suggest everyone to get one faculty mentor and one industry mentor. That will definitely help you to evolve your project. Is it? So these are the very key points that you should consider. This is not a project exam, so you should have a novelty in your idea. So something should be novel. Complexity means that the idea, the solution that you are going to provide should not be so complex that it is difficult to implement. It should be very simple. So don't just go behind AI, ML, and all that things, is it? Not necessary everywhere it has to be there. All these are very buzzwords. Don't go every time the blockchain. It requires a lot of you can say memory, lot of complexity in competitions and all that things. Definitely, whenever required, you should use that. But try to propose your problem statement, which is very simple to implement. So the minimum complexity. So the complexity terms has many terms, but in terms of the implementation of the solution, it should not be so complex, right? Clarity and detail means you should have a very clear idea. We should have very clear intentions on how you are going to implement this. Each and every details should know to you. Not only this, but why and how. Both are important. If you are using, say, for example, blockchain, then why blockchain, not others? This should be known to you. Whenever every jury comes to you, he always asks you why. So for that why, you should have a proper answer with that details. Is it feasibility, practicability, and sustainability? Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the solution that you're going to provide, it should be feasible, it should be practicable, it should be sustainable. So there are 17 sustainable use goals. If you are interested, just go through that goals. And you can also mention your PPT that these goals you are going to implement through this solution. Practicability means it should be easy to implement. Is it? So you are going to provide some solution which is very huge, which is not possible to implement. Then what is the use of that solution? Is it? It should be feasible. Scale up impact means what? You are going to provide some solution, some product, and that product should be scalable. Is it? Should be easily scalable. That parameter you have to also consider. As I mentioned, user experience should be always a center point or a front point at the initial point. So there should be some future work that should be progress done should be in your idea. Is it? So these are the very important key points you should consider while coming up with your ideas. Please note that once you able to convince the juries that I have a solution with these points, definitely your idea will be selected into top 50. Other some important points, very important. Application area and impact. Impact is very important. You are coming with solution, what impact? And if you're having some social impact, that has a very great potential for your solution. Is it? So in which application your solution will be applicable immediately, and that solution, what impact is going to give? Try to find out that, try to present that. Is it? That is very good. So just try to find out you are providing a solution in a particular domain. What are the current systems in that domain? Which are different startups already working into that? Which are different organizations who are working in the same domain? And how you are making an innovation in the same domain, same sector. Try to find out this. This is particular to your problem statement, your idea, right? And please note that always all these hackathons, specifically the hackathons that are organized by government ministries, industries, incubators, and SIH, they are looking you as an potential entrepreneurs. They want to invest into your idea. They have the funds, they have the monies. What they are looking for, the idea. If you have a very good idea, they will help you to grow your startup. Is it? So look as an idea from the potential investor. You are the potential investor for the ministries, for the industries, for the organizations. So they will look into your idea. They will definitely connect with you and you will become an entrepreneur. Or simply you can just present your idea, give their idea, collaborate with them. Is it? So try to find out what is the cost involved, find out for an idea to get at the startup level, what are the processes, is it? And in that process, important point is the money aspect. Try to find out that what is the startup process, for what problem statement, for what idea startup can be done. Because these juries will ask you the questions from that angle, from that point of view also, because they are looking you as a potential. You are the potential for them to invest to you, your idea. Is it? Very important is that you should able to convince the jury, you should able to present your idea in as simple as the way, something like a story. So you should be able to present idea starting with the problem statement, starting with the current scenarios, starting with the problems, starting with coming with your idea, concluding with what impact you are going to make with your idea, and then how you are going to implement this. So this flow you have to properly make while presenting your idea. Is it? Quickly we'll go through this, running the time, I hope. So understand the theme and the problem statement. These are the summaries I can say. I already said everything. Form a right team, right? So understand the theme and problem statement is very important. Not only choose the problem statement, but understand the problem statement. That is very important. You should have form a team. I said how to form a team, is it? So diverse skills should be there in your team. Someone very good in coding, someone is very good in design, project management, someone in the presentation. All these things needs to be there. Please note that. So research and learn the relevant technologies in the chosen domain. Set clear goals and timelines, how to implement this. Build a prototype, is it? Not necessary a ready prototype, not necessary a working prototype, but at least a minimum viable product or a part of that, or simply as a flow diagram, end-to-end flow diagram should be ready with you. Practice is the only success key, that you know everything, but you may fail to present that. So first pitch is very important. When jury comes to you first time, you have to pitch perfectly. So practice your pitch. Okay. So please note that this is not a project exam. In project exam, every student is evaluated. Every student is given marks. Here, you have a team of 6. Not necessary all 6 members should speak. Only one can speak. They are evaluating your idea. They are evaluating your team. Understand? Not necessary. Team leader should always speak. You can decide who will speak, who speaks better, who pitches the better. That is the difference between project examination, project competition, project examination, and this competition. Competition is going to evaluate your team. Examination is going to evaluate individual. So there, everyone contribution is evaluated in the project examination. Here, it's a team contribution, not necessary to present every team member, right? So practice. Find out what are the common challenges and utilize the existing resources. So you may have a problem statement where it requires some railway station database, say for example, and that is a government database, government information they are not going to provide you. So don't wait for that. You can create your own database very similar to that railway database. So it is a prototype, not necessary that exact database is required. Okay, that is called as an existing resources. If it is there available, use that. Otherwise, use the templates. Is it? So test your solution and focused and flexible. Is it? So if sometime you may come to know that this is not working, immediately you have to switch to other technology that is focused and flexible. Is it? So as I mentioned, SIH is just not one opportunity. There are so many. It is not just the hackathon. There are so many hackathons available, so many competitions available to showcase your skills. Is it? Get this, connect to these hackathons, take participate and get valuable learning experience. So this is the only way I can say to learn different things. Is it? So use your ideas everywhere, I can say, not restrict to SIH. Is it? You may fail in one hackathon, you may fail in two, second, third, fourth, but definitely believe me, it is going to improve you, your skills and your idea, your project. So continuous you.
Just wait.
माझा आवाज येतो का? कोणी तर कन्फर्म करेल?
सर येतोय आवाज, तुम्ही
Yes.
लेफ्ट झाला होता.
नाही, मला कोणीतरी लिव्ह केलं होतं असं म्हणतंय ते. मला मेसेज आला, समवन हॅज रिमूव्ड यू. ठीक आहे, नो इश्यूज, नो इश्यूज, नो इश्यूज. मी शेअर करतो पुन्हा. दिसतंय ना सर? ऑल विजिबल? माझी
Yes,
slide?
visible, visible.
Yes, yes.
visible.
So what I was saying, a continuous improvement, it should be there. So these hackathons are just stepping stones. Is it? And as I said, explore more hackathons that will help you to grow. So only persistence is the key. Is it? Not getting selected in just one hackathon. You have to refine your ideas, keep participating. Success will follow. Maybe not this, maybe in future hackathons. Is it? So network and gain visibility through these hackathons. So just don't let a single event define your potential. So this message is not this. Keep innovating. Keep pushing your ideas. Eventually, you will definitely shine. Winning is not always about the best, being the best, but it is about becoming better than what you were yesterday. So treat this as an first step into your hackathons, your competitions, move ahead. Is it? Please remember that more you participate, the more you learn. Each hackathon is a step to closer to your goal. So I take this opportunity to best wish you all on this journey of innovation and learning. You all, under the guidance of Valerao sir, Rasne sir, Chodia sir, and Bunny madam, I know that you all have the potential to make an impact which is lasting. Is it? The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. All the best. I request you all try to connect to me through this LinkedIn, where I share most of the information related to hackathons. Not only SH, but all other hackathons. You can take a screenshot for this, where you will come to know there are many hackathons through my post also. I will accept all your, you can say, request for future hackathons. Thank you very much. This is, I hope, the last slide for my side. And I try to convince you all, although it was the only, you can say, related to Smart India Hackathon, but I tried to convince you all that what is the importance of technical competition. Is it the skills, to acquire these skills through these technical activities, social activities, cultural activities, and sports. And we are touched only on one component of technical activities. And under these technical activities, one of the vertical you can gain these technical skills is through technical competitions. So not just restrict yourself to this SIH. There are so many hackathons, and believe me, all these hackathons are free, mostly in online mode. you will gain a very good experience. You will just, at least you can write in your resume that I have attended so many hackathons. You have these so many certificates of participation, and sometime you will definitely learn that, or you will definitely win that, where you can post on your LinkedIn profile that you have owned this hackathon. In that hackathon, you use these tools and techniques, and through that, some other, you can say, students may connect you, some industry people connect with you. So this is one of the platform to showcase and to learn everything related to technicals. Okay, any questions? If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer. I hope I covered everything. I tried to cover in 1 hour so that I can give much time to answer your doubts. The forum is open for question answers.
Yes, Pushkar, you are having some doubt during the presentation. Please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Or you can type in chat box also if there is a facility. There are no questions, means I think there are two possibilities. If everything is clear and nothing is understood. Yes, Atharva, you have any doubts?
I have a doubt that since they provide the template PPT for the submission, right?
Yes.
So is it allowed to have any creative freedom in that, or do we have to mandatory strictly follow that PPT template? Or
You
if
have to, yeah, you have to follow the template, but in that template, you can mention most of the in the form of flowcharts and images. Okay. While registering your idea, there are also options that you can provide the external links also. For example, suppose after you have developed your application, you can have the video of that application, and you can say post that as a YouTube link. That link you can also add into your presentation or in the registration form. But you have to strictly follow the PPT format. 2 or 3 more slides are always acceptable, but it should not be too lengthy. Is it?
yes, I've got it. Thank you.
Yes, Akshay. Akshay Tomar.
So what's the process of presentation selection? Means they are going to manually check the presentation or through ATS scanning system?
No, it is manually. They are going to send these presentations to many other faculties and some industry persons. So from last 4 years, I am also involved in the presentation shortlisting. So normally they send 50 to 100 presentations, like 50 to 100 ideas to senior faculty members in all over India. And we have to submit the feedback. They have a standard feedback form. As I said, you have to evaluate the ideas based on these criteria. So we'll look into this PPT, whether it is innovative, proper solution diagram, some implementation, user experience is there. So based on that, it is done manually, not automatically. No such AI tools is there at the moment.
Okay, sir.
Everything is, if you find, you can directly see now also on the website, they have the option to register idea evaluators also. Is it? देखा है क्या वो अक्षय?
Yes, sir. So, sir, what are the things that you look in presentations while checking any idea or any invention presentation?
Mainly, though, we check into the block diagram or the flow diagram, right? How the information flow is presented. And if you have any user interface, okay, if it is an app, if it is an, say, um, website, user interface, use cases, and the impact, and the tools and technologies that you selected. These are very important factors. Every jury is informed about to check in your PPTs.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Devesh.
Sir, is it expected to keep like PPT in detailed format, like in, or we should have short points?
See, for internal hackathon, it is detailed, but if your team is selected in the short internal hackathon going for the registration, then you have to stick. Say you cannot have the whole paragraph or whole sentences. It should be properly readable, properly readable. So try to use maximum pictures and images. That
Correct,
is,
correct.
हम बोलते हैं ना कि एक image 100 words के बराबर होता है.
Right,
So
right.
like that, you have to innovatively. So what I suggest is go through some YouTube videos. There are plenty of YouTube videos you will find by the past winners. Plenty
Okay,
of
sir.
awareness videos are there on how to prepare your PPTs
Right, right.
accordingly. And this is very crucial, very difficult. Lot of, I can say 50% luck is there also. Is it your PPT goes
Right,
to
right.
which evaluator? And he has to
Yeah.
understand what you want to say through that PPT only. There is no interaction. I can't ask you, call you and ask you, is it?
Correct.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Sidra. Sidra Chaudhary.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to ask that if we are presenting our idea in student innovation section, then there is no proper particular problem statement. So what is
Yes.
the criteria for selection in that?
See, for student innovation, there are the domains only. Correct, Sidra?
Yes, sir.
So in that domain, as I mentioned, you once you selected the domain, you have to select the problem statement. Suppose if there is a robotics and drone domain in the student innovation, so you have to come with some problem statement, and then for that you have to present the idea. That is called as student innovation. So what we mean by student innovation is student has some innovative idea for a problem statement that is not included or mentioned in the website.
Okay, sir.
But
Understood.
my personal suggestion is if first try to find out the problem statement from a problem statement number list. Let me give why. Okay, why? Suppose, for example, for a student innovation, your PPTs are sent to a particular jury for evaluation, and that evaluator may not be expert in all the domains, is it?
Yes.
But if you have chosen a problem statement in a particular domain, say blockchain, so all these evaluations will be sent, PPTs will be sent to industry expert who is in blockchain. This may not be entirely true, but definitely if you have very good problem statement in student innovation, then definitely you can submit, not an issue. I hope it is
Okay,
clear.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Abhishek, any questions? You may unmute yourself.
Sir, as you have seen many of different hackathons, my question is, what are the some common mistakes to avoid during the hackathons?
No, only one thing that you have to do is you have to first come with some innovative solution. You have to pitch it properly, is it? And you have to accept what juries are saying, not always necessary to argue with them. Is it? Accept that. Try to implement for the next hackathon.
Okay.
See, we will, Manu sir, I can make sure you that we will again once again meet you maybe after 6 months let
Yes, sir, definitely.
let all these students participate in at least 3 to 4 hackathons.
Okay,
And
sir.
you just give me the feedback.
Yes, definitely.
Many of these, at least 50% or more than 50% will win. If not own, then definitely they will learn something. They will have extra skills with them. You will say thank you to me afterwards.
Yes, definitely, sir.
Believe me.
Yes, Akshay. Akshay,
Sir,
come on.
what things that are necessary to proceed with the copyright?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Very good question. If you have a very good idea, immediately go for copyright. Yesterday only on 5th of September, we conducted our internal hackathon. Believe me, there are 497 ideas submitted. And all 497 ideas are very excellent. But we can't conduct this physical hackathon, 497 ideas, around 380 teams were there. We conducted round 1 online mode, and there we selected around 185 teams. 185 teams, we called them on 5th of early morning, 8 a.m. And we immediately started 9 a.m. of our jury round. And it conducted to around round 2 power jury round, and then the final result announcement. We've come to conclude that around 130 ideas we have, and we are going for copyright immediately. Very unique ideas. If you have a very unique idea, please go with the help of your sir for copyright.
Yes, sir, definitely, sir. So there is some questions in the question and answer section. Sir,
Okay,
can
I
only
see
one
that
person?
question, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, can
You
only
can
one
read
person
that.
present the PPT? Yes, sir.
Yes. As I said that it is not a project exam. In the project exam, every student is getting marks. Okay, that is project exam. This is an ideathon, hackathon. They are going to evaluate the team, not the team members. So one student can present, and they may ask at the end what is the individual contribution. Yes, so one person can always present the presentation, not an issue at all. Clear? If there are questions in the chat box, you can read, sir, because I can't see here chat box.
After final round, there is any possibility to work with respect to ministry or company?
Yes, definitely. They are going to connect you. I can say you many such examples that most of the companies, mostly the industries, they provide the internship. Most of the companies, they provide you the funding opportunities, and mostly the government organizations call you at least for internship to you. So definitely there are not only the winning prizes, but other advantages also, those who won. And those who are not winning, but definitely the juries are going to connect with you. They take your contact number, you can take their contact number, and in future, you can be in connection with them. Definitely.
Can we select more than one problem statement?
Yes. Now the SIH has given visibility that the registration of one team, once you register a team, then they can submit 2 ideas for 2 different problem statements, or one idea, one problem statement, 2 ideas can be submitted. That is also there. Please visit website, SIH website. Okay, read carefully everything. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, already we visited few companies in last few months, and we found that everywhere they are going to ask when we're going to for industry institute interaction, they're asking for the participation from the competition. So that's why
Yes.
we're pitching to the student to just take the multiple participation. So that company nowadays are checking for the participation in hackathon, ideathon, whether they are going to participate or not. If they are available, then and then only they are going to ask to send your students with those ideas.
Yes.
That is the main important. That's why we are pitching for the hackathon.
Correct. So what I said is the same thing. Just don't restrict yourself to SIH. take participation in almost all the competitions and hackathons. It will definitely brighten up your resume. What do you mean by brighten up your resume? Means you can mention that. It will give the weightage to your resume that you participated in so many hackathons, you have won these hackathons competitions. आज के दिन में खाली पढ़ाई करके चांगले अच्छे परसेंटेज लाना, इट्स अ बेयर मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट. सबको अच्छे परसेंटेज है, सबको सब कोर्सेस आते हैं, सबको कोडिंग आती है, बट यूजिंग दैट कोडिंग, have you developed any prototype? And that prototype, but you can say I have developed this prototype, but it should be validated, is it? And how it is validated? It is validated in the competition only. You have developed some project, but how it is validated? It is validated only by some paper presentation, by some copyrights, by some patents. Then only it will be validated. So we always say, whatever you do, you should have the outcome of that. आज के जमाने में जस्ट बोलने से काफी नहीं है, इट शुड हैव सम प्रूफ विद दैट. सो मैंने ये प्रोजेक्ट किया है, ओके, यू हैव डन दैट प्रोजेक्ट, यू नो दिस, बट व्हाट इज द आउटकम ऑफ दिस? हर प्रोजेक्ट, इफ यू जस्ट कंसिडर एवरी प्रोजेक्ट as an outcome in three forms, at least three forms. One is paper presentation, another is patent publication, and third one is the product development. If you have that project capabilities, at least one of these, then it means that you are doing a good project. If not, then change the project, choose a topic which has the potential to present a paper. And nowadays, presenting a paper in a conference is not a good deal, a great deal. It will give an experience, is it? What? Because if you go for conference, you will be able to see what others are doing. You are able to hear what others are doing the research, is it? So if you are third year, fourth year, still not chosen your problem statement for the major project, do this. Your major project should have the impact, should have the outcome, at least in terms of paper publication. Okay, otherwise there is no use of the project that you are doing. It is just for your marks. And believe me, marks doesn't going to survive you. You should have these qualities, what I mentioned. These qualities should be there in with you, and these qualities will be there with you only and only if you acquire them through all these different aspects of technical, social, cultural, sports, is it? You know why there is a special quota for sports? One aspect is that yes, they are definitely doing something for nation, but the sport for a person has a very good qualities, or has all these good skills that is required to become a team member, to become a team player. And all companies works as a team member, as a team, is it? So that is why they easily pick up. ओके, आपने अगर देखा होगा कि बहुत सारे कॉलेज में जो कल्चर कमेटी में काम करते हैं या कल्चर एक्टिविटीज में रहते हैं ना, उनका भी एक अलग क्वालिटीज रहते हैं. सो लाइक दिस, जस्ट डोंट लर्न द सिलेबस सब्जेक्ट्स कोर्सेस. Understood? I hope you have so many clubs also, IEEE, ISA, coding clubs, Google club, like that. Take participate into that. Try to become an chairperson or some leader into that. There's so many. So why I'm saying you that I'm going to handle in my college in VIT Pune, we have 40 clubs, 40 clubs. There is a club for, if you are very good in photography, we have a club for that. If you are good in drama, we have a club for that. Is it like that? And no teacher will tell you that there is a club and go and join that. Is it? Everything is available. You have to find out which club, which activity suits to you. And one of that activity is this competition activity. Is it? No special teacher will there. No teacher who is teaching in your subject will teach you that. Everything is available. All colleges has all these extracurricular activities. But it is up to you to choose that. What I said, ecosystem is there to develop your learning in the form of knowledge, skills, and values. You know only the knowledge, how to acquire the knowledge, but skills and values are also there. Try to acquire that. Is it? Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, can we conclude this session?
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Or
I'm
any-
done from my side.
Okay, sir. Mane sir, it has been such an honor to be a part of this session. On behalf of organization and our student, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our guest speaker, Dr. Vijay Mane sir, for sharing your valuable insight and expertise with us today. Also, why technical competition and hackathons are important to students for campus selection and skill development. It is also very valuable expertise from your side. Your knowledge and experiences regarding Smart India Hackathons have provided our student a wealth of information and inspiration. We are truly honored to have had you here, sir. Thank you once again. And thank you also, and thank you, Dr. Bhalerao sir, for the guidance throughout this session. Also, Chodia sir for guidance and cooperation. Also, our team members for cooperation, and student for your participation. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Balera sir, Chodia sir, and wish you all the best to all the students. If possible, try to connect me on LinkedIn. You will find many such hackathons and competitions through my post. And if need any help in future also, Abane madam, you can connect me at any point of time. I will be ready to help all the innovators for the betterment of our society. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
For
Bye.
student, we will share feedback link to WhatsApp group. So student fill this feedback on immediate basis. Thank you. So you can leave the session, students.